Rocky View Schools would like to acknowledge the land and recognize all the indigenous peoples whose footprints have marked these lands from time immemorial. Together we can learn and honor the ways of indigenous peoples for all future generations. Thank you.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, with all of us command. With glowing hearts we see there rise our true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Why Wear a Poppy by Donald Crawford. Please wear a poppy, the lady said, and held one forth, but I shook my head. Then I stopped and watched as she offered them there, and her face was old and lined with care. But beneath the scars the years had made, there remained a smile that refused to fade. A boy came whistling down the street, bouncing along on carefree feet. His smile was full of joy and fun. "Lady," said he, "may I have one?" When she pinned it on, he turned to say, "Why do we wear a poppy today?" The lady smiled in her wistful way and answered, "This is Remembrance Day. In the poppy there is a symbol for the gallant ones who died at war. And because they did, you and I are free. That's why we wear a poppy, you see." I had a boy about your size, with golden hair and big blue eyes. He loved to play and jump and shout. Free as a bird, he would race about. As the years went by, he learned and grew, and became a man, as you will too. But the war went on, and he had to stay, and all I could do was wait and pray. His letters told of the dreadful plight. I can still see it in my dreams at night. With the tanks and guns and cruel barbed wire, and the mines' bullets, the bombs and fire, till at last, the war was won, and that's why we wear a poppy, son. The small boy turned as if to go, then said, "Thanks, lady, I'm glad to know." That sure did sound like an awful fight, but your son, did he come back all right? A tear rolled down each faded cheek. She shook her head, but didn't speak. I slunk away in a sort of shame, and if you were me, you'd have done the same, for our thanks and giving is oft delayed, though our freedom was bought and thousands paid. And so when we see a poppy worn, let us reflect on the burden borne by those who gave their very all when asked to answer their country's call, that we at home in peace might live. Then wear a poppy, remember and give.
High flight. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I have climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you've not dreamed of, wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through the footless halls of air. Up the long delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor eagle flew. And while silence, lifting my mind, I've trod the high, unsurpassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God. Pilot Officer John Gillespie McGee.
A sea of we. Humanity, a sea of disparity. Left versus right, peace versus fight. Rich versus poor, compromise versus war. Freedom versus control, part versus whole. Love versus hate, right now versus wait. To me, there seems to be so few in-betweens. Are we destined to injure and kill to justify our hate of the other extreme? Careful, my sisters, my brothers, from another mother and father. Know you not humanity is an interwoven tapestry? Pull one thread, and you unravel the lives of countless others. There is no them or they in humanity, only a sea of us and we. How does one lone poet help people see how our perceptions perpetuate this insanity? Are we to be forever embroiled in war and social turmoil for all eternity? Is this all we were born to be?
Bye.